Hi guys, welcome to Kylie8323. Today I'm going to be talking to you about what your hamster might need and want and chew on. So let's get started. So the first thing your hamster is going to need, your grown hamster, it's going to need a 20-gallon aquarium or any kind of gallon that you can, or any gallon that you choose from. It can you can also use a cage, but I wouldn't recommend a cage because the wire, if you get a cage where the wire's this big, it could easily slip out, or any kind of wire, it could just, the feet can get stuck or anything. So, and then you're gonna need if you get a I don't know what number gallon aquarium, you're going to need a lid to go on top just in case anything ever happened and your hamster climbed up. Oh, there's my hamster. And they could get out if you didn't have a lid. And you can't move aquariums around that much. And also, when you take the lid off, you have to be very careful. Dwarf hamsters do bite, but not that much, hardly ever. So, let's get started. So, usually they are going to want something to oh my gosh, hi Kylie. They are going to usually want something to climb and chew on, which it would be a good idea for a wooden tunnel like I did. If you want, you can do a bowl of vegetables where you put fruit and veggies and stuff like that in here, but you don't necessarily have to. You're going to want to give them a good amount of food and a good bowl, because here's what they're going to do if you don't give them the right size bowl that is this big. They will not eat because they will think that you won't refill it, and they will think that after they eat all of it that they won't get any more. And if you ever realize that your hamster's cheeks are extra big, it means that they're storing food, because they store food if they are afraid that they're going to run out. Instead of eating it, sometimes they store it in their cheeks. Sometimes, let me make sure she's not in there. Oh, she's in there, okay. So sometimes, well, you're always going to want an exercising wheel. Yep, see, look, they like to get on there. But you might want to put a little oil on it if you're going to be sleeping in the same room, because if you don't get a soundless one, then it can get pretty noisy at night. I'm also gonna recommend a little critter bath, and you can put sand in it, but we couldn't find any sand to buy, so we just put some extra bedding in there. And also, as you can see, if you notice, they are picking out special parts of their food, then it is fine, because they just like to eat those little seeds in there. See those seeds right there? Yeah. They usually only eat that. Sometimes they eat the other things, but not a lot. You can put little leaves and stuff in there, plants, but my mom just put it in there. Also, they are going to probably want a wooden log with holes all around it so they can crawl through it. They're gonna want some wooden toys, because if they don't get wooden toys, then there's a possibility that they can chew on plastic that they have. And if they chew on plastic that they have, then they can get diarrhea and they can get very sick. And if you have a little house for them, then you might want to, then I highly recommend getting a ladder for it that goes right here that leads up to the roof. because they sure do like to climb a lot. And they also love to hide, so if I were you, I also highly recommend a little bookshelf or something a little small that's like wooden that they can chew on and also go under and so they can bury under there, like with alone time. They also like little wooden just pieces of wood in there too. So like they can chew on it. What else? Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, they do bite, but it doesn't hurt usually. They don't really let you hold them and pet them that well because like they are dwarf hamsters. They basically don't like to be messed with. They don't make noises like guinea pigs, but just in case, because of other things that can make noises, I would just still recommend not putting it in the same room where you sleep. And so I think that's all for today. Oh yes, and you're always gonna want a water bottle right there because if they have like a little, for example, if there was water in this, okay, it could have diarrhea. Same thing if they chew on plastic. Same exact rule. They could have diarrhea, get very, very sick, and possibly die. Now, that is only because they can roll around in water and they're not supposed to go in water and they can just like roll around and like get hurt. See now, if that was water, this little girl right here, it's a boy, but I just call it a girl name because like, yeah, I don't know why I did that. You are going to like not want to put water in there because, like I said, they can get in there, roll around, and not like be that happy, and they'll get sick. Now, don't get scared if they climb up like try to jump. They do jump a few inches, but for my 20-gallon tank, since we have a 20-gallon lid, we can always just stick that on there and she'll be fine. But if you don't have a lid, I would not recommend putting the bedding all the way up to here. I would recommend putting the bedding like up to right there because they, like I said, they can jump a few inches and they can like climb up this ladder and they can just like try and jump out. Also, if you have any like dogs or bunnies, which I do, dogs kind of like get annoying. Sometimes they will go in the area where you have the aquarium or the cage or the thing that you put the hamster in, and they will just bark constantly because like they want, I don't know, like they just want to disturb it, I guess. Like my dog tries to eat it. Now another thing that I would highly recommend. Wait, hold on a second. Let me put this lid back on, just in case. You can have a ball like for them to crawl around in. Okay, let me go grab mine. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so like here, look. You can have a ball like this, but it doesn't have to be clear. You can have it. It has a lid. But you don't want to put it in there a lot because these holes aren't big enough to where they can breathe, and also their little foot can get like stuck in these little cracks. But if you do decide to put them in this, then you might want to wash them really, really good with this because like I said, their foot can get stuck in these cracks. Sometimes they do poop in there, poop in this ball, so just be warned. Also, what you want to be looking out for in the ball is they can, like, if you have any, like, cabinets or anything, like, let me show you. In my kitchen, well, let me turn the light on and then you can see it a little bit better. Now, in my kitchen, like, there are these little cracks under my cabinet, and the ball can just, like, try and go, and if the hamster sees it and thinks that it's too far or, like, too low for them, then they can get scared and they can panic and have a heart attack and they can die. They can just like faint. So I think that's all for today. Bye guys. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.